Hi, good morning. I'm Jake Carpenter, the Vice President of Investor Relations here at Equilus Capital Partners. We're here in sunny Wenatchee, and we're going to talk a little bit about one of our Equilus Classic financial tips again here with Joel Frank, who's the Managing Principal at Equilus Capital Partners. And Joel, why don't you tell us a little bit about this beautiful car that's one of the collector cars that you have in Equilus Classics?
This is a 1956 Chevy Bel Air two-door. It's what they call an A-post. It's had a complete frame-off restoration and shortened rear end in it. We've put a Ford Mustang rear end in this, and it's got coil suspensions all the way around with disc brakes, welded disc brakes on it. We've got a 400 small block Chevy motor in it. It's built putting out about 450 horse. And we've matched that up with a turbo 400 transmission with a B&M shift kit in it.
It's looking pretty good, Joel.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
Sure is. Hey, you know, I was just thinking, Jake, that had quite a few people that have been contacting me this last week, and with this COVID-19 situation going on, that money's been really tight for them. A lot of business owners have actually been unemployed. They've got some IRAs and 401ks and things out there, and they keep asking, you know, what can I do? Because the market is so flat right now in the stocks and bonds market. And they've been looking at a real estate fund and asking if there's a way they can transition some or partial amount of those 401ks or IRAs into an alternative asset or into real estate.
Yeah, you know, I've actually had a lot of similar requests, and what I see most of all is that people are wanting to take their 401ks and their IRAs, and they want to buy rental properties, you know, duplexes and single family homes and things like that. The problem is, and you're exactly right, COVID-19 has caused so many people to lose their jobs. They're getting laid off. They're looking for new careers. And what that does is it leaves them with an IRA or a 401k to really decide what they want to do with, because some of them are getting really close to retirement age, and, and the market volatility is just really not doing them a favor, and they need more options, lower risk, and a lot of them are wanting to go to real estate or an alternative asset. And I would say that is a good thing to consider. If you have experience with rental properties, you know, duplexes, fourplexes, and things like that, that could be a really good thing for you to consider. And you can use your 401ks, IRAs, SEP simples, 403bs, and really any qualified retirement plan or individual retirement account can be utilized to purchase real estate, whether it be rental property or what I suggest to a lot of folks, because they don't have a lot of experience, and some of them don't have any experience at all in managing real estate, is to look at purchasing real estate investment trusts that can be professionally managed without them having to get involved with the management. And that would be something that you can do. So you can transfer IRAs, 401k money, and qualified money into real estate through what's called a self-directed IRA. And I do it all the time. We use a local company here in the Northwest, and we like our investors, Joel, like to be positioned in real estate here in the Northwest.
Explain the steps of how that one would go to do that, to set up a self-directed IRA.
So the first question I get from a lot of people is, yeah, but I don't want to take the tax hit. I don't want to take that 10% IRS penalty, and I don't want to pay the federal income tax if I have to take a withdrawal from that account. Sure. And we really do want to avoid that. And you can do that because a self-directed IRA is nothing more than an IRA to IRA transfer. So we want to conduct that transfer from company to company, or in essence, we're going to go from fiduciary manager to fiduciary manager so that the individual doesn't take possession of that IRA money. In some cases, if they do have to, they can just report to the IRS that within 60 days they've put it back into an IRA, so it's not going to be a taxable event.
Oh, very good. Well, that sounds great. Alternative. I think I need to contact some of these clients, and we need to sit down and visit with them about this opportunity that
You
could
know,
be available for them.
not very many people know about it. It's something that you can keep your money. You're going to be working with. If they work with us, we're located in the Northwest here in Washington. The company that we use for the self-directed IRAs is here locally, just north of Wenatchee here in Chelan. And, the money can stay locally here, either in rental properties here in the Northwest or in the real estate investment trust projects we have around Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. It's very inexpensive for them to do that.
Very good.
So the fees are inexpensive. It's a tax-free transfer if done properly. Please use a professional. These folks need to make sure they're engaging professionals if they're going to use self-directed IRAs to move that IRA, 401k, and qualified money into self-directed IRAs, because you need a professional that knows where to invest it inside of those self-directed IRAs. And a lot of times the brokers, the financial planners that are working with the brokers, don't even have the ability. They're not allowed by their broker to conduct that kind of transaction.
Yeah, that's right. So if they did want to leave some into stocks and bonds or into Wall Street type market, that's still available for them to do through the alternative investment.
And that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point, Joel, because really in many cases, they still need to be diversified.
Yeah.
They still need to have some in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, but we're just looking to take some of that, going through a process and determining the right amount and repositioning into a real estate position or even other alternative assets if it makes sense.
Well, that's great news. I think we need to get a hold of some of these clients and visit with them and let them know about this opportunity that's available for them.
Yeah, it's definitely something we need to put some effort into, especially with a lot of folks that have decisions they need to make with their 401ks and their IRAs now that they're laid off or they've lost their jobs, and they're looking for other options with that stock, bond, and mutual fund money.
Yeah, great information, Jake.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Our mission is designed to basically make sure you have all your options. So please reach out to us at 509-665-8349 if you have any questions, or visit us on our website at www.equiluscapital.com. And please let us know what your questions are. If you got any ideas for additional videos you'd like us to talk about, we'd be open to that as well. Thank you for viewing us today.